Good morning, students. Today we'll study this chapter Deep Water, which is by William Douglas. Well, this lesson is autobiographical in nature and recounts the author's phobias of water that had made deep inroad into his psychology. In this lesson, the author recalls a childhood misadventure which left an indelible imprint on his mind. And when he grew up, he made a lot of efforts to shake off his fear of water, but it took only strategic planning and lot of perseverance on his part to feel normal again. So before beginning the chapter, let's talk about the author. The author is William Douglas, and William Douglas was born in USA. He got his degree in English and economics. He began his career as a teacher, but later on he decided to as a pursue a legal career. Well, he led his career as the leading advocate of individual rights and considered to be one of the longest serving Chief Justice in the history of court. There are certain global issues which have been raised in this chapter. They are, what do you think this chapter is about? That we'll get to know and we'll discuss later. What are the things you are afraid of? That's the main point. And have you ever tried to overcome that fear? What steps have you taken to overcome all those fears? These are the questions you need to introspect and try to find out the answer. There is a little historical background related to the chapter, and that is that the author, William Douglas, when he was 3 years old, he went to California on a sea holiday. And there he developed a phobia of water because he had nearly drowned on the beach when he was just 3 years old. So there he developed aversion to water. Now he wanted to get rid of that aversion. So what did he do? That he enrolled himself at YMCA pool. Well, something happened at YMCA pool which was responsible for his permanent hydrophobia, for the development of hydrophobia or fear of water inside that child. Now, let's talk about the main thrust of the description. The writer describes unpleasant incident that he underwent at YMCA swimming pool and his determination to overcome the fear of water. Fear of water is called hydrophobia. And why it is called, what are the causes of hydrophobia? These are the things which we'll discuss. Well, the cause of his fear of water. What was the cause of fear of water in case of William Douglas? Douglas's earliest experience of water at California beach at the age of 3. Okay, yes, he was 3 to 4 years old by that time. So when he was 3, he went to that beach, and there he was almost drowned. So he had that fear of water, aversion to water, and the experience of almost getting drowned in YMCA swimming pool at the age of 11. So these are the two things which are responsible for development of hydrophobia inside that child, William Douglas. Well, let's talk about the reason that why he selected YMCA pool. Basically, because YMCA pool was the pool where it was only 2 to 3 feet deep at the shallow end and 9 feet deep at the deeper end. Moreover, there were others also who could help him. So this is the reason why he went for YMCA pool, because he considered it more safer than Yakima River also. An incident at YMCA pool. What happened at YMCA pool? This is the main incident. We also call it the misadventure which took place at YMCA pool. At YMCA pool, an elderly boy throws him into the deep end. And despite all efforts, the author could not help himself. He was not completely out of his wits when he was thrown inside the pool. But in spite of all the efforts, he could not stay conscious. Nearly drowned, he was nearly drowned but finally rescued, seized with fear of water. Well, the effect of his fear of water, what were the effects in his life? What were the effects on his life? Well, he never went back to the pool. The memories of his childhood became fresh. He avoided water whenever he could. Whenever he tried to get into water, he was haunted by the old terror. Missed all enjoyments related to water. All the sea holidays he missed. Well, there were certain steps which were taken by Douglas to overcome that fear, and those steps were that he hired an instructor. He practiced swimming 5 days a week, an hour each day. He would diligently, um, he worked diligently upon the instructions, continued practicing even after the instructor has finished. He challenged the terror when he was haunted. His insatiable desire to confirm his freedom from fear lead him to swim across lakes and rivers of Washington state. Well, dear students, uh, when Douglas became confident of being a good swimmer, he tested himself in various situations and places. He swam near glaciers in warm lakes, put his head underwater, and practiced all strokes. Many times a vestige of terror returned, but he challenged fear and finally felt very triumphant when the old terror didn't return. So he was very happy when the old terror didn't return. Well, there is a message of that lesson, and the message is that self determination and perseverance is the solution to most of the problems. Have courage to face difficulties rather than escaping them. And this lesson also highlights the fact that life looks more precious when one is face to face with death. So, dear students, well, there are certain implications of this chapter, and they are that failures cannot come in any field. It is up to us how we take it. We can either come out with charged enthusiasm or get disappointed and give up. It's all up to us. There are certain questions which are related to the chapter, that why Douglas resolved to learn swimming. These are the questions based on the chapter. What did he do to learn swimming, and what does he do to confirm that he has conquered the fear of water? How the study of the chapter can be helpful when we meet any failure. So, in addition to these questions, we'll be doing textual questions also, and I'll be giving you a few more short answer type questions and long answer type questions. Thank you.